Hey guys, I'm coming to you looking like this. It's 8:12 p.m. I'm currently very tired, but I had promised Morningstar that I would make this video, and I wanted to make it very quickly about the home purchase workshop because I know what it's like going through the process, having questions that you can't seem to get answered, and it's easier to have someone who's going through the process like one step ahead of you to explain certain things to you. So Morningstar, this is for you. Don't judge me, guys. It's late and I'm tired. Anyway, after you get approved, qualified by NACA, you have to attend a home purchase workshop. At that home purchase workshop, I keep hearing, and I too was told that when you go to the home purchase workshop, you're going to get a pre-qualification letter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down what happened when I went to my home purchase workshop 2 weeks ago. So went to the workshop, signed in, greeted the secretary, signed in. She gave me a letter and some papers to sign, telling me that this is, congratulations, you're approved. This is your amount, how much, so your monthly mortgage is on that paper, along with what your payment shock is, and along with the loan amount, estimated loan amount that you are pre-qualified for. Is on that paper. You sign it, she scans it, and then afterwards the workshop is supposed to start. So when I got there, I, got my papers, and the first thing I noticed as I'm reading through it is the amount that I was pre-qualified for was at least 20 grand less than me and my counselor discussed. So much so that my counselor had even said to me initially at my first intake session, you were approved for X amount. And then she emailed me later on, because I work a lot of overtime, and I asked her, do you take overtime into account? I consistently work overtime. She said yes. So she said, when I do it based off of what you make with overtime instead of your regular salary, then I can approve you for, and this amount was 50 grand more. And I was like, okay, that seemed a little bit too good to be true. So I just stuck to the initial number that she gave me. So I looked at the paper and I realized that my pre-qualification amount was very incorrect. About 2 minutes later, a couple walked in for the workshop session, and as the female is reading, I heard her over there like, what? This is wrong. This is incorrect. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not the only person having this problem right now. Anyway, I asked to speak to my counselor. Counselor ran through it. Said she doesn't know what's wrong, why the numbers are coming up that way, because she got one thing and then the system got another thing. Anyway, we started the workshop. They told us, don't worry about it. Just come to the workshop. We'll get that figured out after. Okay, no problem. Started the workshop. The workshop was comprised of the director and a realtor. And the director, she pretty much went through a PowerPoint slide explaining, pretty much what happens next. Some of the stuff that you've heard before, such as the type of homes that you are allowed to purchase. And they pretty much just explains to you what happens. So when you get pre-qualified, you don't get a pre-qualification letter. You just get a letter that says this is how much you are pre-qualified for. Then they tell you, don't give this to your realtor. So what happens is your realtor is then supposed to submit a property specific form, which looks like this. And this is available to your realtor. After your realtor, if you have a NACA realtor, they'll know where to find it. If you have a private realtor, like I have a private realtor, then they'll have to do the training course every Tuesday between 12 to 2, I think, or something like that. online, and then they'll receive this, or they can just email your counselor and ask your counselor for this property specific letter. This property specific letter pretty much just has the amount the property costs, the HOA fees, how much you're supposed to get in closing costs, so that they can do all of the math to tell you whether or not you can afford it. Once your realtor turns this in via upload and email, and both of those are very important because I hit a little snag with that. My realtor uploaded and emailed, but that's a topic for another video. Once your realtor sends this in to your counselor, then your counselor then responds with your pre-qualification letter. So you pretty much get pre-approved, go to the workshop, they tell you, hey, this is the amount that you can afford. You go out, buy a home, submit the property specific letter in order to then get your pre-qualification letter. And a lot of realtors don't like this, and I can see why they don't like it, because it slows up the process a little bit, just depending on how responsive your NACA mortgage counselor is. And yeah, so after we sat at the meeting, went through all of this, I think this is the most important part of that whole meeting, and I hope I didn't confuse you guys. If you need more clarification, you can let me know. But that pretty much is the main takeaway. There's also another book. I did not receive that book. My office did not have any copies of the book available, so I had to go online and then download the home purchase book. I had so many questions for my mortgage counselor, who wasn't responding, but I think in my mind he wasn't responding because he probably thought that I should have known these things had I read the book. The only problem was I did not receive a book at the workshop. After I downloaded the book, then I realized, oh, all the questions that I have, the answers were actually inside of the book. So 100%, you can download it before. It's called the NACA Home Purchase Book. You can go on the website, download that. I would download that and read it 100 times if you're already qualified, or you can just download it and hit Control Find whenever you have a question about something that you're unsure of, because just depending on how responsive your counselor is, it may just be easier for you to get an answer. For me, it was out of the book online. And this is, I had questions regarding buy downs, points, gifts, to which every time I realized that every time I asked a question, he would just copy and paste verbiage. And then that is when it hit me that, oh, you should just go down. It seems like it's coming out of a book. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's the main takeaway from the workshop. That, and if you have a realtor, your own personal realtor, they have to go do the NACA training course. If you have a personal contractor that needs to do work, or inspector, they all need to be NACA certified. They all need to go watch a video on NACA. That, I think, is the most important takeaway from the workshop. And another trick is, which I didn't know, again, if you have an outside realtor, on the NACA website, which I'm going to show you right now, on the NACA website, there is a calculator, home purchase calculator. And what you do is you go to the website, you hit join NACA. They're the 3 bars at the side. I can't really rotate this camera. I'm so sorry. I don't know. 3 bars at the side. I don't know if it's angling right. Right there. Oh, here we go. 3 bars at the side. I'm so sorry, guys. You hit the 3 bars. You hit purchase. You hit purchase program. You wait for it to load like this. It has today's rate, everything. You scroll down to the bottom, very bottom of the page. And then you can either put in your desired amount or your desired purchase price. All the stats from your home, everything that would be on this property specific letter, you put it here, and it will tell you what you need for a buy down, how much your monthly payment is going to be. You can do it either way. You can put in your desired amount of payment, or you can put in your desired purchase price, and it will spit out the numbers for you as your counselor would. And to me, it's smart to do that before you even turn in a property specific letter, so that way you know what you can afford and what you can't afford. And I wish I knew these things going into it, because my biggest struggle so far was just understanding these two very small things which make a big difference. Currently, I'm still in the process of searching for a home. I haven't found the one yet. I'm still looking, but I hope that this information I gave you guys, it helps someone else, because for me, I know, had I known these things beforehand, I wouldn't feel like so stressed out. And if I had a little bit more of a responsive counselor as well, then that would help too. But for right now, I just hope that this video helps someone. Morning Star, if you have any more questions, you know what to do. You just ask me in the comments below. If anybody else has questions, you can ask me in the comments below. And again, this video is not to bash my counselor or NACA or anything like that. It's just to say that had I known those two things, I felt like I would have been just a little bit less stressed going through this process. But for right now, and this is just me in the home purchase stage, I haven't submitted a contract yet or anything. So this is just where I am in the process. And if there's anybody out there who's been further along than I have and have any advice, please, please, please share with me. Going to bed. It's late. Thank you so much, guys.